The grandmother merely broke one of the hourglass's pillars. To her surprise, she turned young again. She also lost all of her memories. Even with her wedding ring as proof, she couldn't remember anything about their life together. At that moment, she suggested that the grandfather try to make her fall in love with him all over again, so that she could feel comfortable around him physically. The grandfather also woke up in a young body the next day. It turned out that both of them dreamed of an hourglass. Through that hourglass, they could switch their bodies back to their younger selves. Although the grandmother was shocked, she still had no memory of the grandfather. However, whenever she saw his lonely back, she couldn't help but feel sorry for him. In order to help her recover her memories, the grandfather showed her photos of their children and grandchildren. The grandmother felt relieved to hear that they had all grown into kind and caring people, but if they found out she had lost her memory, they would probably be heartbroken. Just then, their granddaughter's voice came from behind them. The grandfather suddenly remembered that the family was coming to visit that day. The grandmother immediately decided to play the role of a proper mother, but the way she spoke in her younger years almost gave her away. Fortunately, the grandfather managed to cover for her. After that, the couple began preparing lunch for the family. However, the grandmother had forgotten how to cook. She made so much noise that it caught their son's attention. Luckily, the grandfather was there, so her secret was not exposed. After calming her down, he patiently taught her how to cook again, step by step. For some reason, the experience seemed to awaken a few memories. After the meal, their son began talking about his troubles. His company was struggling, and it probably wouldn't survive much longer. Seeing how exhausted her son looked, the grandmother instinctively spoke from her heart. She told him that no matter how old he became, he would always be their son, and their home would always welcome him. Unexpectedly, while she was cleaning up the dishes, their son said that she didn't feel like his mother. The grandmother was stunned, but it turned out that he was simply so exhausted that he fell asleep right afterward. One day, the grandfather had to leave for work. The grandmother was left alone at home during mealtime. It was the first time she had been by herself since losing her memories. Without the grandfather around, she suddenly felt uneasy. The more she thought about it, the more nervous she became. She couldn't understand why she felt so dependent on him. She just wanted him to come home as soon as possible. At that moment, the broken pillar of the hourglass was restored. Her lost memories came rushing back like a flood. She remembered the promise the grandfather had made to her. He had vowed to devote his entire life to bringing her happiness, and he had kept that promise. Just then, the grandfather returned home. The grandmother immediately ran toward him. Her hair turned white once more. With tears filling her eyes, she threw herself into his arms. The two embraced tightly.